What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames and I'm bringing to you guys another one of the brand new decks that came out in Soul Fusion, and that is DinoWrestlers. And now I have to say DinoWrestlers suffer the same issue that Goki's had from day one when they first came out, and that was they don't have much. The main issue again is like with Goki, they don't have a link 2. They start off with a link 3 that says 2+ DinoWrestlers, hinting of a link 2 to make it easier to go into, but they don't have one. And that is the main issue with DinoWrestlers, as well as the fact that DinoWrestlers don't swarm on the field enough to go into their link 3. If they can at least swarm fast enough with their own effects, then the deck could be a bit better, but unfortunately we have to substitute a lot of stuff to help me get onto the board easier with generic dinosaur support. Not to say that's a bad thing, but it is a shame that it's not 100% pure. This is as pure as I can get it, using all the DinoWrestlers that came out, along with my own tech and choices to help facilitate their plays that they try and do. So with all that's done, let's get into it, starting off with the best DinoWrestler in the whole set. And to point that this is even a very common side deck card now, and that is DinoWrestler Pancatrops. Now what it is a level 7 2600 attack DinoWrestler that states if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon DinoWrestler Pancatrops once per turn this way. Quick effect, you contribute one DinoWrestler monster, then target one card your opponent controls to destroy. You can use each effect DinoWrestler Pancatrops once per turn. So it can, in terms of what people are siding it for, is that you just side 3 copies of this. You kill itself to kill a card. Simple as that. But in terms of this deck, you can obviously use your other DinoWrestlers to pop cards instead of itself and keep it as a 2600 beat stick. That is completely up to you. But it's literally the best DinoWrestler in the whole deck. Next we have 3 copies of DinoWrestler Capitera. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of DinoWrestler Capitera once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material for a link summon of a DinoWrestler monster, you can activate this effect. The link monster used this material gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. It's a level 3 wind 1600. So it's handy, it's good. Again, like with most DinoWrestlers, I think all of them have that clause that your opponent must control monsters than you do. We do have a card in the deck that can help facilitate that without having our opponent to do their own stuff. So we can force these effects to be active. And I'll get to that when we get to it. But it's nice as some more monster removal, which is pretty handy, and a nice buff to your link monsters. Next we play 3 copies of DinoWrestler Caparoraptor. 1800 level 4 Earth Dino. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is attacked, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. And during the standby phase, if the card is in defense position, you can special summon another one of itself from your deck. You can only use this effect of DinoWrestler Caparoraptor once per turn. This is the only one that helps you get multiple monsters onto the field. Somewhat easy, but it has to be in defense mode during your standby phase, which is the worst part of it. So that's the only issue that I have with this card. Otherwise, it's pretty alright. Next we have last of the DinoWrestlers. This is DinoWrestler Saigetosaur. If this card is special summoned, you can add one DinoWrestler monster or World Wrestling Dino from your deck to your hand. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent near this turn, and your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one DinoWrestler monster from your graveyard, except itself, and special summon it. You can use each effect of DinoWrestler Stegosaur once per turn. 1900 level 4 dinosaur. So yeah, again another way to get DinoWrestlers onto the field, but it's during the end phase. So it's like they want it to be good, but they don't want it to be good. It's a very weird issue. I feel like also they're not going to get much more support in the future because this is used by Go Onizuka in the current series of the anime, and it seems like he's going to go back to his Goki style, at some point, maybe in like 1 or 2 episodes. So again, sorry for the other noise. Yeah, so issues is what I'm getting with this deck. The only weird thing about it is that I think they're all 0 defense, so it's like they kept that trait from Goki. So now moving on to the generic dinosaur support is Miscellaneousaurus, just a way to protect your dinos. I do play also 3 copies of Baby Ceratosaurus. I don't play Soul Eating Oviraptor. You don't really need it. I'm only using Baby Ceratosaurus in conjunction with Lost World and with the DinoWrestlers. So I will attack the token, and instead of killing the token, I'll use Lost World to send Baby Ceratosaurus, which then contribute Baby Ceratosaurus summoning another DinoWrestler. So that's the combo I'm going with. I'm also going to combo with Lost World if that my dinosaur tries to get destroyed. I can then use Lost World. So this is the main combo I'm going with, and it's going alright at the moment. And to run up the main deck, I am playing 1 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, just as another main deck beat stick for the deck. All the DinoWrestlers just happen to be dinosaurs, obviously, so you can just banish 2 DinoWrestlers from your graveyard and summon this guy and start doing some pretty strong plays there. Moving on to the spells, we obviously have 3 Fossil Dig because it's all dinosaurs. And 3 Lost World. This is your main field spell that you're going to be active or having active. Just to give your opponent, reduce your opponent's monsters, your DinoWrestlers can start beating over things, as well as the combo with Baby Ceratosaurus and your tokens. We obviously though do play 3 copies of World Dino Wrestling. So what this card does is that while you control a DinoWrestler monster, each player can only attack with only 1 monster during each standby phase, during each battle phase. If your DinoWrestler monster attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 200 attack during damage calculation only. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon 1 DinoWrestler monster from your deck. So we have ways to send it, being Foolish Burial Goods. You're not really going to be activating your Dino Wrestling field spell unless you want to have that somewhat protection of your opponent can only attack once. But you're mostly going to be using it with Foolish Burial Goods so you can start summoning your DinoWrestlers from your deck. Also, for more consistency, 2 Terraformings and just Foolish Burial. Dump whatever we need to graveyard Foolish Burial and add our field spell of choice with Terraforming. 1 Monster Reborn for your revivals, and I'm also taking in 1 Double Evolution Peel, just so if you go into a non-dinosaur link monster, you can then just use Evolution Peel, banish that and a dinosaur, and you can summon your DinoWrestlers from your deck. Moving on to traps, I do play 2 Call of Haunteds, just ways to get more DinoWrestlers onto the field. I do play 1 Solemn Warning as well for the negation. And the way to trigger our DinoWrestlers effects, 3 Ojama Trio. Just summon 3 tokens to your opponent's field, and then your opponent will have more monsters than you do, and you can start using your DinoWrestler effect more consistently and more offensively. This is just my tech to try out. You could also take in Nightmare Demons, Nightmare Archfiends, but it causes you to tribute a monster. This doesn't. You just summon 3 Ojama tokens to your opponent's field, and then you can start using your DinoWrestler effects. It's just a tech choice that I feel like can work well in the deck, as well as just dealing more damage to your opponent as well, since if the token's destroyed, they take 300 points of damage. F-Deck is very simple and not exactly 15 cards, because the rest is just all whatever you want. You do play 2 DinoWrestler King T-Rexel. This is the boss monster of the deck. Takes 2+ DinoWrestlers. It all points down to you with 3000 attack. If this card's battles, your opponent cannot activate spells or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Got like an Ancient Gear effect. Your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. And at the start of the opponent's battle phase, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls. This battle phase, your opponent cannot attack with other monsters until that one has. And if it does not declare an attack, destroy it at the end of the battle phase. So you can get some nice effects going off with that, especially with the field spell. Just target something that can't, that you know can't kill you, or that you just don't want to attack and stuff like that. You just want to get rid of it. King T-Rexel can help you do it. Again, the only issue is that it takes 2+ DinoWrestlers, which at the moment is just 3 DinoWrestlers. Obviously, you play some generic Link 2s like your Underclock Taker and your Nightmares. This is a way to just get rid of problematic monsters, give yourself arrow spaces, as well as different typed monsters for your Evo Pill. Link Spider is just a nice monster to have as well. If you have like a way to get normal monsters onto your field, you can just use Link Spider to give you that. And then you got your Evo Sword package, because you know you can still make some Link 4s with your DinoWrestlers, and these are like the best ones to make for you. So that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comments down below what you think of it, what your take on it is. I know what people might say is like, oh, you could just add in other stuff. I wanted this to be a DinoWrestler deck with dinosaur support. I didn't want it to be the other way around that you see most people do, which is dinosaurs with some splashable DinoWrestlers. I didn't want to do that to you guys because that's just, in my opinion, boring, and I want to show off what the deck can do in its own right. Maybe down the line I may show you an updated dinosaur deck with some teched DinoWrestlers, especially Pancratops. I think that should be a staple in all dinosaur decks. Keeps the deck going with its dinosaur support, while also giving you card removals. But yes, with all that's done, guys, that's the deck. Again, I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comments down below what you think. And until next time, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.